Let's get one thing straight. Making a good movie is hard. Making a great movie, that's like capturing lightning in a bottle. But making only great movies, that's wizardry. That's director-level sorcery reserved for a chosen few. Today, we're counting down 10 directors who've never made a bad movie. Not even a stinker. Not even a meh. Not even a, well, that was technically a movie. Let's celebrate the cinematic unicorns who said, "What's failure?" and then drop-kicked it out of frame. Bong Joon-ho. Bong Joon-ho doesn't miss, ever. Whether it's a monster movie, The Host, a class warfare train ride, Snowpiercer, or Parasite, the film that made rich people everywhere check their basements, this man delivers. Yeah, Mickey 17 turned out to be a weird misnomer, but he still does deliver. He blends humor, horror, and social commentary like he's running a Michelin star film kitchen. You never leave a Bong movie without feeling something, even if that something is, I need to sit quietly and rethink capitalism. Denis Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve could film 2 hours of beige wallpaper and still make it feel like a tone poem. From the brooding intensity of Prisoners to the cerebral beauty of Arrival and the neon-drenched melancholy of Blade Runner 2049. He doesn't just direct sci-fi and suspense, he breathes it. His films move with the precision of a Swiss watch, yet they linger in your mind like a haunting dream. And then there's Dune, the unfilmable epic, a saga so dense it's been called Space Shakespeare on sand. Yet Villeneuve didn't just adapt it, he turned it into a blockbuster that feels both monumental and intimate. That's not just skill, that's Jedi-level filmmaking. He balances silence and spectacle like no one else, proving that the biggest stories don't need to shout to be heard. Hayao Miyazaki. If Pixar is the Ivy League of animation, Studio Ghibli is the ancient mountaintop dojo where Hayao Miyazaki reigns as the wise, enigmatic master, crafting films like Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, My Neighbor Totoro, and Howl's Moving Castle, each one a flawless blend of wonder, heart, and breathtaking artistry, capable of reducing grown adults to quiet, popcorn-strewn tears. Even Miyazaki's so-called weaker works still tower over most of Hollywood's output, proving that his worst is still better than the industry's best on an off week. Paul Thomas Anderson, PTA. Paul Thomas Anderson's films are like a top-shelf whiskey, rich, complex, and slow to reveal their depths, leaving you slightly disoriented but craving another sip. From the oil-soaked ambition of There Will Be Blood to the neon-lit chaos of Boogie Nights and the nostalgic meanderings of Licorice Pizza, PTA never takes the easy way out, crafting stories that simmer with tension even when his characters are spiraling out of control. Then there's The Master, a hypnotic 2-hour duel between Joaquin Phoenix's feral instability and Philip Seymour Hoffman's soul-piercing gaze. The film that feels less like a movie and more like a haunting. That's the PTA effect. Even when you're not entirely sure what just happened, you know you just witnessed something extraordinary. Greta Gerwig. Okay, we're calling it early, but so far, Greta Gerwig is undefeated. Lady Bird was coming of age perfection. Little Women made us emotionally fragile about sisters. And Barbie, existential plastic therapy in pink. Say what you like about the last one, but it did blow up the box office and made Barbenheimer a thing. If she makes one more banger, we're putting her in the Cinematic Hall of Fame. And if she ever makes a bad movie, we'll assume it was studio interference and not her fault, automatically. Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele is the modern maestro of horror, delivering one knockout after another with Get Out and Nope. Each film a masterclass in tension, originality, and social unease. Not a single misfire in the bunch, which is downright impressive for a filmmaker who cut his teeth on Key and Peele's sketch comedy. Peele's mind works like a horror magician's, except his trick isn't pulling a rabbit from the hat. It's yanking your nerves taut, twisting your dread into revelation, and leaving your spine on the floor. And we wouldn't have it any other way. Christopher Nolan. Say what you want about Nolan, but even when he's confusing us with Tenet, or breaking time with Memento, or spinning tops that may or may not fall with Inception, the man commits. Bad movie? No such thing. Slightly cold and overly complex at times? Sure. But bad? Never. He made Oppenheimer, Interstellar, The Dark Knight, Dunkirk. Basically, if Nolan directed your home videos, they'd be Oscar nominated and require a rewatch. The Coen brothers. Joel and Ethan Coen, cinema's weird uncles. They gave us Fargo, No Country for Old Men, The Big Lebowski, Inside Llewellyn Davis. All amazing, all slightly offbeat, all totally rewatchable. Even their lesser works, like Burn After Reading, are still widely entertaining and smarter than most movies trying their hardest. Bad movie? Not in their DNA. Weird movie? Constantly. But that's the brand. Martin McDonagh. Dark comedy? Check. Existential dread? Check. Irish people yelling philosophical insults? Double check. Martin McDonagh's resume is flawless. In Bruges, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, The Banshees of Inisherin, every movie is like Shakespeare wandered into a bar fight. He's the only man who can make you laugh, cry, and question your mortality all within 90 minutes. And somehow, it works. Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick didn't just direct films, he engineered enduring cinematic monoliths, each one meticulously crafted to outlast time itself. 2001: A Space Odyssey redefined sci-fi as high art. The Shining remains a masterclass in slow-burn terror. Dr. Strangelove turned nuclear annihilation into razor-sharp satire. Full Metal Jacket gutted War Soul in 2 devastating acts, and A Clockwork Orange seared itself into history as a disturbing hypnotic riddle. His filmography isn't just studied, it's worshipped, picked apart in classrooms, video essays, and late-night debates among cinephiles, clutching their Criterion boxes. You might not love every Kubrick film, but calling any of them bad? That's a take colder than the Overlook Hotel in winter. So, there you have it, 10 directors who've never dropped the ball. Not once, no clunkers, no straight-to-DVD disasters, just greatness, frame after frame. Did we miss anyone? Do you disagree with this list? Think the Love Guru was misunderstood cinematic genius? Well, drop all your hot takes right there in the comments. And oh, if you like what you saw and just heard, please do like, share, and subscribe to Movie-matic. And of course, hit that bell icon like it's a Michael Bay explosion. Till next time, you go see yourself a great movie. Peace.